Thank you everyone for joining my mini workshop on procrastination. Today we're really going to dig deep to uncover what your blocks are and come up with strategies and insights as to how you can overcome them. In terms of background, my name is Georgina Hallaby. I'm an executive life coach. And before coaching, I had about 25 years within the advertising and technology space in a variety of senior roles. And for me, it's always been very, very important to balance the two fundamental needs I have, one of outer success and the other one of inner peace. So it's always been a bit of a juggling act. This has taken me on my own spiritual journeys. You know, I've delved into, well, I've had 30 years of meditation practice. I've lived and breathed goal visualization, NLP, as well as a lot of the more left brain disciplines. Like I studied Buddhism for 4 years. I love studying neuroscience, and of course all of the psychology that you learn to become a coach. And today I help professionals who are looking to accelerate their career success, but at the same time they want to stay aligned, resourceful, in flow. And a lot of the work that I do is about creating that mental headspace so that they feel free to channel their focus, talent and energy where it really, really counts. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be delving into procrastination, that gremlin that has the power to stop you in your tracks and stop you moving forward, that keeps bruising your self-esteem, that has a constant narrative in your head and gets you really, really productive doing absolutely everything else except for what it is that you want to be doing. So in terms of expectations, what can you expect from today? This is an interactive and immersive call. So it's not going to be me talking at you. We're all going to work together. So we're going to do a group coaching exercise. I'm going to be doing some live coaching too. And we're going to have a couple of shares as well. So you're going to need pen and paper. If you haven't got that, I'm going to ask you to grab some now. Exercise. And I'm going to ask some questions and I want you to just reply, just write down your answers. And we'll take some shares afterwards. Okay. Question number 1. What have you been procrastinating over? Okay, next one. What stories have you been telling yourself about this, about the procrastination and about yourself? And then how long has this procrastination been lasting for? And final question, what has been the impact of this on your life, on your work, on your self-esteem, in whatever way you think counts? A nice bird song in the background. And let's get some shares. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a live coaching exercise to really uncover the root cause, what's behind the procrastination. And I use a technique called parts integration, also known as Gestalt therapy. And the concept behind it is that we sometimes have competing agendas within our head. You know, one part of you might want you to be highly successful and motivated and to tackle your finances or your marketing or your health issues or paying the bills, but the other half is pulling you the other way. These competing agendas keep pulling you. And using this parts integration, what we do is we shine a light on those different parts and we give them the opportunity to speak out. Right? It's not like you have schizophrenia or anything. It's really just allowing those agendas to surface, to have a voice, so that what we can do is understand what their intention is behind it, understanding why they're making you procrastinate. And then we could transform that energy that they've got from holding you back into something that is more aligned, working with a common goal with the rest of your consciousness, right? And so this parts integration is an exercise where you actually speak to those different parts and you get them to become a team and to develop strategies once you've uncovered the root cause.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask for a volunteer for the live coaching. And I would suggest it's someone who has a really, really very deep procrastination issue. So can I have a volunteer? And Alison, I want you to invite that part of yourself that is procrastination. Okay, and I want you to invite her if she's willing to come speak to us. Yes. And we want to recognize her incredible power and her energy and her positive intention that she has for you, for whatever reason it is that is keeping you from moving forward. Please, can you ask procrastination what her positive intention is for you to keep you procrastinating?
Yes, I want you to stay a little bit flexible. So I'm preventing you from making that 3 months plan because ultimately things will change again. So give yourself some space to be agile. And I don't want you to make this plan because you still need to work on your vision. And also you've gone through a lot of pressure, so you made this decision to make your life more agreeable. So I don't want you to put pressure on yourself, on setting yourself objectives all the time. Just live your life and just enjoy everything you do every day and take it one day at a time. And yeah, stop giving yourself too much pressure.
Thank you very much. So I hear that she wants you to ease off on the pressure and enjoy living your life and take it day by day. Yeah. And what's so important about keeping off the pressure and living your life day by day?
Because that's how you want to live your life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's important.
And what about the pressure is she trying to protect you from?
The pressure of having to achieve certain goals, which are tangible or monetary or yeah.
Okay.
External pressure, but it's my own. I mean, no, your own pressure. She wants to prevent me from pressuring myself.
And by pressuring yourself, what does that mean to you? What is the output of you pressuring yourself?
To succeed.
So I'm here, you're pressuring yourself to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you don't succeed? What must you be telling yourself about you if you don't succeed?
Well, I actually think it's okay to fail because that's how we learn.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason why she should prevent me from. I mean, there's no reason why I should pressure myself to succeed. It's just maybe the past, the remaining, high expectations of me or that are still there.
Okay. So I'm hearing that you consciously, Alison, are okay to fail, but let's hear from procrastination.
Yeah.
What's her big fear for you that she's sheltering you from?
Well, if you fail, now I hear my father because my father was worried about all my different projects and I was like, so what if I fail? So what? Well, you will not make money, and yes, so what? Then you will be homeless. And then it was a little bit extreme. I don't think procrastination is thinking this way, but yeah, the need to sustain myself. I've always sustained myself financially, and so failing would mean that I have to get back to a corporate job. So I don't want you to go back to a corporate job.
Okay. So I'm hearing that procrastination is trying to protect you from failing. Because from failing.
Yeah.
You don't try, you don't fail.
Yeah.
And that the fear behind that is that if you fail, you're not going to have the money to sustain yourself. And if you can't sustain yourself, that's worst case scenario. Homelessness, go back to a corporate job. What would it mean about yourself if you fail? What feeling is procrastination trying to protect you from about yourself?
That I'm done good enough.
So thank you. Please thank procrastination for being so open. And just ask her if she would be willing to explore alternative ways, more productive ways, to honor her intentions of allowing you to sustain yourself positively and to feel good enough.
Yes.
Thank you. So I'd like to invite another part of you in, the other part of you that has that drive, the one who likes to plan. What would you like to call that part?
What I would like to tell that part as Alison or as procrastination?
So let's call her something. Like we call procrastination, procrastination. What part would you like to call? What name would you like to give that part? Is it planner? Is it drive? What would you like to call her?
I am, I drive.
Drive. Okay. Would you invite her in too?
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. And just ask her what her intention is for you.
I want you to plan. I want you to plan and to be more focused on what's important and what's important to you.
And what is important to you?
And what's important to me is to see those women that I'm teaching who they write those back, they think they are not capable of, and they do, and then suddenly it opens up all those opportunities. And I see those women smiling or super stressed, and they go on the bike and suddenly they tell me it's meditation, it's better than yoga, it's better than meditation. And seeing that happiness on the face of people when they ride bikes and this well-being.
Wow. I'm almost seeing that in my mind now. Thank you, Alison. Okay. So what is so important to drive about the actual focus and the planning so that you're able to make that impact, to help those people, those other women, have that freedom and that meditation and that space?
So I want you, like as drive, I want you to plan, I want you to succeed, because I know that you're going to make a huge impact.
Yeah.
And you cannot just give a few classes a week. You need to make that bigger. You need to help those women riders in Bangladesh and in Pakistan, Nepal. You need to help them build their riding school there. You can have an impact. So, get your shit together. You've been successful before. Now that it's something very important that has an impact that is going to make so many people happy, then use your business keys, use all your knowledge that you already have and put it into, you've done it for other organizations. Now it's time to do it for you. So, why don't you do it?
Yeah. Why won't you do it for you? I'd like you to invite two final parts of yourself in to this conversation, Alison. One is compassion and the other one is wisdom. And just by calling them in and asking them if they're open to participating, we're creating new neural pathways. They're all sharing the same brain, so they're able to connect already. They've downloaded, they understand. And let's ask the group. You've got all these skills. You know exactly what to do. You can make this huge impact. Why not do it for yourself now? What's stopping you from doing it for yourself? Just see if any of them come back with an answer.
Well, it's okay not to know anything. Like you need some help. You maybe leverage more on the people who want to help you.
And what's stopping you from getting that help?
I wouldn't say the fear of asking, but just this habit to be on my own. I was always the one helping others. Like I was the regional director. I was the one coaching my teams. I was the one helping my teams at work and supporting them. And I'm the one coaching women. And so I don't know what's preventing me, like just not being used to ask for help, I guess.
So can you ask maybe compassion and wisdom? What is behind your need to help others?
what's behind my need to help others?
To put all of your energy onto others.
To see their happiness, or to see people smile makes me smile as well. So it feeds back. For me, it's a way of helping myself.
So as you give to others, you feel their happiness and you feel it coming back to you. But as the primary source of your energy, where do you come in this equation?
Yeah, that's the thing. I know I need to look. I need to look after myself as well. So, I always think you need to look after yourself to be able to look after others.
And what must you be believing about yourself to look after everyone else first?
What is what, sorry?
What must you be believing about yourself to be looking after everyone else first?
That I'm strong enough, that I don't need support, that I'll handle.
Okay. Yeah. So what is drive trying to protect you from feeling by putting everybody else first? And when I say putting everyone else first, that implies that you're putting yourself last.
So what is drive?
What must be your feeling underneath? What must you be feeling or believing if you're putting everybody else first and then for putting yourself last? What must you be believing about yourself to put yourself last?
That that I'll be all right. Like, I'm good. I'll take whatever life throws at me, and I'm super lucky. Like, I feel lucky that I have a loving family, that I have a roof over my head, and that I have some savings, and that I can, try this entrepreneurship journey. So I just feel every time I feel I need some help, and I'm like, I don't know, I just feel, I know so many people who are in difficult situations that I always feel like I'm lucky.
So Alison, I'm going to ask compassion here. Compassion knows what you're not saying out loud. Okay? What must you be believing about yourself to not need anyone else's help and to always put them first?
That I don't deserve.
Yeah. So I'm hearing the intention behind drive and the intention behind procrastination is very much the same. Is to build up your feelings of self-esteem, to feel worthy, to feel deserving. And what I'd love to do now is I'd love to galvanize all of the 4 parts that we've got present. You've got procrastination, drive, compassion, wisdom. And I want them to work as Team Alison, to take that energy and to align it so that they're working towards a common goal, to help you have a sustainable income, to help you create that impact that you want for other people, and to constantly build on your feelings of, I am good enough, I am worthy, I've got all the skills that I need. So I'm going to ask you to ask them to start generating ideas now, okay, to start generating strategies to what they can do, how they can work together, so that you move from procrastination and you move into forward action. to honor those intentions that they have. Just ask them if they're willing to do that. So they've started generating now. This can take half a second, it can take 30 seconds. And you don't even have to be aware of it, just trust the process. They're going to spin out a whole load of ideas, and then they're going to select the top 3 or 4. When they're ready, just ask them to let you know, and ask one of them to present back to you. Okay, who's presenting back?
Compassion or?
There was compassion, procrastination, drive, or wisdom. So who would you like to present back? Who wants to speak?
Compassion, procrastination, drive,
And wisdom.
and wisdom. Drive.
Okay. So can drive share the strategies?
Drive, well, I mean, imagine you're on your bike and, you know, see this journey and just look at this journey step by step and focus on the first step, give you 3 steps maximum and 3 goals and not more, and focus on that. And exactly like when you ride and when you engage people to come with you on ride, like do that to drive other people to join you in your mission, and talk to those people who are interested and just get them to work with you and accept that you need help from them.
Yeah. Is there anything else that's coming up?
Keep looking for a partner.
And in what way will the 4 parts, compassion, wisdom, drive, procrastination, be willing to work together to support each other so that you can get the help that you need? You can take it step by step. Yeah, 3 goals, not more. You could keep looking for a partner, and you can keep having those conversations that will help you. In what way can they work together? To support each other. What would procrastination be willing to do?
I will let you make a plan. If you make it with somebody else,
If any of your other parts have anything to share or support?
get some help and try to make a plan with somebody. And yeah.
So I want you to thank all of your parts, Alison, for being so present and so active in helping you, and ask them to continue to work together to build your feeling of I am enough, I do deserve this, so that you can use all of your amazing skills and talent and experience to go for what it is that makes you happy, 3 steps at a time.
I thought that the session was that was great. And Alison, thank you so much for sharing. I thought that was brilliant. Really did. Yeah, I think that what really came out for me and what really resonated with me was that being self-sufficient, you know, asking for help. It's something I really struggle to do. Always have. It's something that I think I'm starting to get better at because I'm aware of it, but I'm a long way from being good at, because actually the interesting thing is, you know, people want to help you. It's not that, you know, I'm a counselor and I did it because I want to help other people. But also, you know, I've realized that you've got to let people help you as well. And it's a two-way street. So that really did resonate with me very strongly. Other things that came out for me in the thinking about procrastination, what is it trying to protect me from? You know, it's kind of trying to protect me from not doing things well or not doing things perfectly. I've got this self-image as someone who's extremely capable. I'm not sure where I get it from because you know, my exam results didn't exactly show that. But you know, I always want to show to the world, oh yes, I'm kind of this perfect being, which is obviously a load of nonsense, right? But it's being in control. So that kind of wanting to do things perfectly, all the things I'm procrastinating against, a lot of them, especially the marketing stuff, you know, how I present myself, how I present my services, I want to make sure that's done really well. I realized that actually, you know, all this stuff is new to me. You know, I know the core part of my work. I know the core part of running a business. I don't know how to market. So I need to allow myself to make mistakes in that area, right? It's okay to not have everything perfect. So that's what procrastination was, I suspect, protecting me from.
Thank you, Martin. I think that whole idea about everything needing to be perfect and in control is a really great subject that you raised as well. Thank you. Maureen, I see your hand. I'm just going to ask if Magda has anything to share because she's got to leave in 5 minutes, and then can we come back to you?
Sure. Yeah, actually agree with Martin, and I just realized that perfectionism is in how you present yourself, how you how other people perceive you as well, and wanting to be having this perfect presence. That's probably part of my procrastination as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Maureen?
Just for Martin, is this where you could ask for help, Martin, in doing marketing? And the reason I suggest that is because that's not something I like to do. And I did hire someone to do my marketing. I did the content, and as I moved forward, my content changed. It wasn't perfect in the beginning, and it's still probably not. However, it does reflect a lot of me and what I do. So it's an opportunity to ask for help. I have that same problem. I don't always ask for help when I need help.
Yeah, absolutely. It's thanks, Maureen. It's certainly an opportunity. You know, whether I'm going to be able to find someone who's, you know, because it's a new business and it's not a great time to be starting a business. You know, there's little or no money to ask someone to do it professionally. But I'm sure there's people out there, you know, friends and family who might help me anyway. And another part of me though is that wanting to be in control and letting that control go to someone else. Just thinking about it makes me anxious. but it doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do, right?
And so I think what's going to happen in this session is a lot is going to surface. There's a lot of really good themes. I mean, don't get me started about control, Martin. I think maybe I need to have a workshop really just on control, because I'm now an expert in relationship with control, or as much of an expert as you can be whilst feeling in control. But if I would say, take all of these subjects, and if you want to bring them in as to have a further coaching session with me, just jot them down and then let's work them through, see what else can come up for you. Let's dig deeper, see what's underneath. Does anyone else have any other insights that they have about the root cause of their procrastination? Would you like me to just cherry pick people, or do you want to? Yeah, so many things in common. But I'm interested to hear from you what you thought about the root cause of your procrastination.
Hello?
Hi, yes. So are you okay if I volunteer you, Bert? What
Oh yeah, sure.
insights
Sorry.
did you uncover?
Sorry, didn't hear you call my name. I think I got lost somewhere in between, but yeah, but when I asked about the whole procrastination part and what is it protecting me from, I honestly think it, since I said this stems back from when I was younger, and I think procrastination protects me from how other people would view me if they would view me in a negative way. Like I said, growing up, people would always call me like that I wouldn't be good enough, or I was stupid and I couldn't do the work. So I think that's what procrastinating is. And I think, and as I delved into it, I think it's somewhat connected to this whole external validation that I need from other people, so that I'm trying. So procrastination protects my image from those people. So it's like I present myself in different ways. Like, oh, okay, he's alright. He can like do what we ask him to do, but not really. So I think it's connected to that. So I think it goes in deeper, and I'd love to get like, I don't know if I could talk to you more about it.
Yeah. In fact, why don't I do that now? I'm just going to drop in the chat my contact details. Okay. Did that work?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the two things I've just dropped in there. One is my booking scheduler. So I highly recommend you go in and book a 90-minute deep coaching session for me. James, I know you've coached with me many, many times, but the offer is open to you as well. It costs absolutely nothing, and let's really get to the bottom of this. And if you do want to consider what it would look like to work together, we can look at that at the end. But this is a no obligation. I aim to serve, and the best way of demonstrating the power of coaching is really just coaching, right? The other thing that's in there is just a link to a course that I'm running from January, and it's a 12-week course, and it's really helping you go from survive to thrive. And it's understanding all of the programs that are running in the background and how they're limiting us, allowing them to surface and to be able to reprogram them so that you're able to make mindful, conscious choices to allow you to go and hit your goals. I mean, it's literally got the whole mindset through to the achieving bit. So information in there, I've dropped it in the chat, and it's up to you. Yeah. So, but I'm interested to hear if there was any sort of strategies or alignment that you had within your own parts that would help you take that insight of, creating the right image for other people, but being able to move forward in a way that you build your own self-trust and self-worth. What were your strategies, if any?
Sorry, can you run that question again? I kind of lagged. Sorry.
You know how at the end Alison came up with a list?
Yeah.
Thanks, Magda, of things that she can do, right, that would help her move forward with all parts aligned. Did you have anything that came up for you?
I did. I think it's more of more thought about it. I realized a lot of this stuff stems from as a child and bullies and stuff like that. But then I realized now that I'm an adult, it doesn't serve me anymore to procrastinate because I need to do these things for myself to survive and um, move forward with my life. And I realized I'm not a child anymore. I shouldn't really care about if, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe the stuff that I work on might not work, but it's okay. It's okay to fail. And then I just have to move forward. It's just a matter of putting in my head that, no, just go do it. And if it doesn't work out, if it doesn't, it's not presentable, it's okay. Because I realized the bullies from when I was a kid aren't there anymore. There's nobody there to actually pull me down other than myself.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you. Does anybody will take one last share?
Yeah, I want to share because of what Bert was just sharing. I think sometimes like we need to be our ally, not our own enemy. I think that like most of the time we try to protect ourselves, but sometimes I think a lot of things that like happen in our past are very like kind of unconsciously coded in our behaviors that we are not aware of. And then I think it's important to like kind of make those thoughts be aware and kind of surface like what we did today, and to really kind of see, okay, are these thoughts actually helping me? Like, am I actually helping myself? Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Joy. So what I encourage you to do next, if you've got 5 minutes, just make a note of this, right? Write it down. Okay. What would be possible if I take action, if I take decisive action now? Okay. Or just put your mind there. Where would I be in 1 year's time? And what would that look like? What would that feel like? Cheaper, more efficient broadband, amazing marketing, happier, more connected in your skin. Yeah. And I can't wait to hear back